5,000 years ago, the Indus Valley Civilization emerged across present-day Pakistan and northwest India. At its zenith between 2600 and 1900 BCE, this network of cities formed one of the ancient world's most sophisticated societies. They engineered massive urban centers with tightly planned gridded streets and multi-story brick homes. Long before the Romans, they even constructed advanced sanitation systems equipped with covered sewerage and flush toilets. Their economy was highly complex. They utilized standardized weights for precise taxation and mass-produced specialized crafts, with maritime trade routes extending as far as Mesopotamia and Oman. Unlike the contemporary empires of the Bronze Age, there is almost no evidence here of extreme wealth stratification, towering royal monuments, or military dominance. The Harappans maintained a remarkably peaceful, egalitarian society for centuries. By 1300 BCE, these urban marvels were completely abandoned. The scale and stability of these cities make their total disappearance one of the most significant architectural exits in history. For decades, the dominant explanation for this collapse was violent destruction. In 1947, British archaeologist Mortimer Wheeler proposed that an Aryan invasion brought the civilization to a sudden end. Wheeler pointed to ancient Vedic texts describing attacks on walled cities, and cited findings from Mohenjodaro, where excavators discovered unburied skeletons scattered haphazardly in the streets. Modern anthropological analysis offers a different conclusion. Close examination of these skeletal remains shows no signs of massive trauma, sword strikes, or the specific bone damage caused by warfare. We now know those skeletons belong to different time phases. Across all excavated Harappan sites, there is no archaeological footprint of weapons, large-scale battles, or burned cities. The evidence suggests the civilization succumbed to a slow, invisible environmental pressure that the Harappans could neither fight nor build their way out of. In 2025, an international research team pivoted the investigation toward global climate records, bypassing local battlegrounds to analyze broader oceanic data. Around 2425 BCE, the tropical Pacific Ocean underwent a severe climatic shift. It transitioned from a cool, La Niña-like state into a much warmer El Niño-like phase. That distant oceanic warming disrupted global wind currents, reducing the Indian monsoon rainfall by 10 to 20%. This drop in precipitation initiated a cycle of megadroughts. The region suffered through 4 distinct, prolonged drought phases, each lasting more than 85 years, with the most severe period peaking around 1733 BCE. This was a cumulative century-scale cycle of hydrological starvation that progressively eroded the civilization's foundations. This satellite image shows the direct geographic impact. Massive river systems like the Sutlej and the Ghaggar Hakra physically shrank. The yellow dots representing ancient Harappan sites cling strictly to the dry, twisting bed of the Ghaggar River, marking where the population followed the retreating water. The drop in water levels triggered an agricultural collapse. Soil moisture plummeted and salt built up in the earth, causing water-intensive staple crops like wheat and barley to fail on a massive scale. To avoid starvation, the Harappans pivoted their entire agricultural system, moving toward drought-resistant alternatives like millet. Millet kept the population alive, but it couldn't sustain the urban economy. Low rivers made it impossible to navigate heavy trade boats, cutting off the vital connection to Mesopotamia and wiping out urban demand for specialized craft workers. The Harappan world was a highly specialized, interconnected machine. Removing the base resource, reliable water, paused the entire urban economic engine to stall and fracture. Faced with environmental collapse, the Harappans actively dismantled their megacities to survive. This map traces their physical migration east and south toward the Ganga-Yamuna region, trading centralized urban hubs for dozens of smaller, scattered settlements. As they dispersed, standardized goods were replaced by localized crafts, like these fragments of painted gray ware pottery. The transition into the Vedic period represents a pragmatic adaptation, a choice to trade urban complexity for rural survival in an increasingly hostile landscape. The Harappans sustained their civilization for nearly 2,000 years before making that trade. By comparison, Our modern megacities are barely a few centuries old. Today, rising ocean temperatures and shifting weather patterns threaten to redraw livable geography, mirroring the pressures that reshaped the Indus Valley 4,000 years ago. Nature ultimately dictates the terms of survival. When the climate shifts, even the most advanced urban systems must adapt their shape, or they become ghosts in the sand.